Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to learn about grammar for young learners, focusing on how to use could and when to talk about past abilities and time. Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to learn about grammar for young learners, focusing on how to use could and when to talk about past abilities and time. Now let's look at using could. We use could to talk about what a person was able to do in the past. Could is simply the past tense of can. For example, in the present, we say, she can swim, meaning she is able to swim now. In the past, we say, she could swim, meaning she was able to swim before. Let's check out example 1, combining could and when to talk about a past ability. Look at the sentence, Tom could swim when he was 6. Here, could shows what Tom was able to do in the past, and when he was 6 tells us the time. Here is example 2, which gives us an important rule. Always use the base form of the verb after could. The correct sentence is, Sophie could ice skate when she was 7. The incorrect sentence is, Sophie could ice skated when she was 7. Always use the base form of the verb after could and never add ed or s. Example 3 reminds us that there is no s after could. The correct sentence is, Mark could ride a bike when he was 5. The incorrect sentence is, Mark could rides a bike when he was 5. The verb after could always stays in its base form with no changes. In example 4, let's look at starting a sentence with when. We add a comma when we use when at the beginning of the sentence. With a comma at the start, we write, when Danny was 3, he could eat by himself. If we put when in the middle, we write, Danny could eat by himself when he was 3. Notice that no comma is needed when is in the middle. Here is example 5, another example with when at the start. Study this sentence. When Amy was 17, she could drive a car. Notice the comma right after the when phrase at the start of the sentence. This means the exact same thing as Amy could drive a car when she was 17. Now it is your turn. Let's practice together by filling in the blanks using could and when. Question 1 asks us to fill in the blanks using the details for Ryan, who was 4 years old. The sentence reads, Ryan could play football when he was 4. Question 2 is another fill in the blanks activity. Look at the clue for Emma, who was 7 years old. The full sentence is, when Emma was 7, she could play chess. Question 3 asks you to write the full sentence starting with when, using the clue that Dad was 10 years old and could make pizza. The answer is, when Dad was 10, he could make pizza. Question 4 asks you to write the full sentence for Leo, who was 5 years old. The complete sentence is, Leo could draw a picture when he was 5. Question 5 asks you to complete the sentence for Peter, who was 9 years old. The full answer is, Peter could fly a kite when he was 9. Question 6 asks you to write a full sentence starting with when, using the clue that Grandpa was 12 years old and could knit a scarf. The answer is, when Grandpa was 12, he could knit a scarf. Question 7 asks for a full sentence starting with when for Anna, who was 7 years old. The answer is, when Anna was 7, she could take out the rubbish. Great job, everyone! You have learned how to use could and when to talk about past abilities. Remember, use could for past ability, always use the base form of the verb after could, and add a comma when starts the sentence. Keep practicing and see you next time.